Welcome, everybody, to a special broadcast, emergency broadcast,
Hell
as
yeah.
Jimmy has some breaking news that's happening in the world right now. Talk to us, Jimmy.
Okay, so we got some of the stuff in. I'm putting in as much as I can right away. So oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Remove the video. I have a video of the boys coming off target,
All right.
which is
We'll give everybody,
pretty.
for anybody who hasn't seen the news or has just woke up or is still in bed like our boss
That.
Tyler, give us an idea, give us a rundown of what we're talking about. What just happened?
So this morning at about 0200 Eastern Standard Time, the United States military started conducting airstrikes into Venezuela. It started with, I think I can pull this up here. It started, yeah, right here. It started with this, Mike. This morning at midnight, every single transponder from every single military aircraft in the Western Hemisphere turned their transponders off, which means you
Ooh.
can't track them. Can't track anybody over North America. Now, if you're running radar, you can probably still see them. But if the flight trackers that track everybody in real time, shut them down. Everybody
So
was
your
off.
your layman's person can't see anything.
Right. No,
Everything's
nobody out
dark.
there. So this is one of those things that we look at for like open source intelligence. Like, hey,
Okay.
what airplanes are moving around the battlefield? Um, and so that went dark. At 2 a.m., the airstrike started at these places all over Venezuela. So as you can see, there it was pretty wide ranging. So the big ones, though, that you need to be concerned about are I guess it's Tuena, which is up here in Caracas. That houses the command and control for all of the Venezuelan military. It was struck.
Okay.
It also housed a part of the power grid, so a lot of the power went out. At the exact same time, the airfield at La Carlota, AAA, so anti-aircraft artillery, and a Soviet-made Buk. This vehicle right here, it's fictionally known as the Four Fingers of Death, was struck. So it's a Buk M2E, and that was to cover the raid force as they went in.
So
And so,
this was the initial
yeah,
strike to get we actually went boots on the ground is what you're going to tell me.
yeah. So it was a pretty large force. So I actually have video of them coming off the target. So I'll go ahead and play that now. There's a Chinook, a couple of Chinooks, a couple of Blackhawks, more Chinooks, two Blackhawks, another Chinook, and then they start blowing the hell out of it. So you get the idea. Like that was a
So that
pretty
was taken.
significant.
That was
Yeah,
Venezuelan, taken from Venezuela. Somebody civilian, obviously. Now, what I've
yeah.
seen so far, you tell me. I've seen the Venezuelan people. I saw videos of them extremely happy about what had just happened. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
You're an expert on this. I'm just a moron. But kind of give me, what does this mean for America? What does this mean for
So
the
we
world?
gotta kind of start at 2020. There was an operation called Operation Gideon in 2020, which was kind of done on the down low with a American private military corporation and some people that had been in the Trump administration to capture Maduro and bring him in. It failed miserably. And so after that, obviously from 2020 to 2021 to 2024, we had a different guy in office who didn't really seem to care about President Maduro. And there was a lot of issues with Venezuela, not just with the suppression of his own people, which is why you're seeing them all celebrate. Because look, if you watch some of these videos, like they're conscripting grandmas into the military to fight the 82nd Airborne and, the Marines. Like, good luck. So when during the Biden administration, Venezuela and Maduro kind of had a free hand to do whatever they want. The oppression of the people went in considerably. A lot of people were thrown in jail. A lot of people were executed. Lots of people disappearing in the middle of the night. And
I recall we were seeing videos. I remember because I
Yeah.
wasn't paying much attention, but I remember seeing videos along this time frame of like empty stores, nothing on the shelves. They had no food. So this country is just completely shut down at this point, right?
Yeah, the money flowed directly into the pockets of the people in power. So Maduro and the people in his orbit, and the average citizen had some serious problems, which is why you saw I got her name down here, the lady Maria Corina Machado, Maria Machado. She won the Nobel Prize last year over President Trump. And, there was some big to do about that, but she was the one going like brave enough to go out there and go, hey, we need something to happen. We need some change here. And all indications are she was the one that was elected. At least her party was.
But nothing
and of
changed.
Course, yeah,
Nothing changed.
The regime changed. Nothing changed in the regime. Nothing. So we basically started ramping up the pressure. Now, the reason why, I mean, that's sort of tells you why, like the locals there are very, very happy that he's gone. The people that are not happy are like, the Baghdad Bob 2.0, the Venezuelan defense minister, who's up there in a crisp starched uniform going, we're going to fight them everywhere. We're going to be an impenetrable wall. Like, dude is probably trying to figure out how to get the hell out of here.
Well,
What's really
doesn't look like they did well. Doesn't look like they
Yeah.
did well. I mean, the president and his wife were captured, so it didn't go well.
But here's the thing, and this is why we're seeing so much chaos right now. The reports are that it was very likely that Maduro surrendered, like he negotiated this surrender.
Okay.
So, which is why we knew right where to go, when to go in, which if you think about that, if you find out that like, hey, the president just made a deal to get captured by the Delta Force and the DEA, who do we trust now? Who do we trust?
Yeah.
Like who's in charge? Who knew about this? Like there is no way to know. So there's just a ton of chaos on the ground right now.
Was it the two countries that came out first against it was it Russia or Iran and
Russia was, I think, against it. I mean, pretty much anybody that is against it got ulterior motives. China, for sure, is not happy about this because they had some serious vested interest in having what's his name, Maduro, in charge. So, I mean, and we got this right here. I can't confirm that this is a real picture.
It's all over the internet.
It's all over the internet, but I can't confirm that it's a real picture.
I see. There's not everybody's happy. Russia, South Korea was not happy. Iran was not happy. I actually saw some Democrats though actually cross over and say they were actually happy.
Well, I mean, any of the South Florida Democrats are going to be happy. Obviously, here in Florida, we got pretty large Venezuelan expats that live here. So it was actually Miami. The news was coming out of Miami. Now, remember, the United States Southern Command is down in Doral, or Doral, however you want to put it.
Doral, yeah.
It's Miami, basically. So that's where this is all getting fought out of. The President Trump said that Maduro is currently on USS Iwo Jima. There's no way to, I mean, I don't doubt that USS Iwo Jima is the command ship down there. But I don't think he's here in the United States yet. If anything else, he's in Roosevelt Roads. So,
now do you, so, all right, obviously, I just kicked my headset. Hold on. So obviously you're going to have people go every direction. Conspiracy. There's going to be the conspiracy. There's going to be, what did we do this for? What do we really do this for?
Well,
they're saying Maduro now was addressing the state as the U.S. was rating it. It's like, so it's going to get wild here, but people are going to say this is over oil, right? Well, oil is going to be the big one.
Well,
resources.
That's they're not wrong. I mean, it's easy to say that this is about oil. Yes, ostensibly it is about oil. Most wars are. Most wars are about natural resources. Don't kid yourself.
Would you call this a war, though? Is this a debt? Because that's what everything's saying.
No,
he went to war and didn't get congressional approval. Is this a war by the name of the game?
First of all, it's not a war. This is an execution of an arrest warrant.
Yeah, which is wanted by the Southern District of New York for drug trafficking, correct?
Yeah. So the DEA and the FBI allegedly were on the raid force to go get him out.
Okay.
Which makes this a law enforcement.
They're calling this a warrant. This is a long distance search warrant, is what they're calling it. Arrest warrant.
Yeah. I mean, and there's precedence for that because the U.S. Navy does VBSS, visit board search and seize, on the high seas, and of course the person that's part of that force is in the Coast Guard because it's ostensibly a law enforcement operation. So it makes perfect sense to go, yeah, the DEA and the FBI were here. We just had the Delta Force and, Task Force 160 fly the helicopters, and Delta Force did the raid, but it was a law enforcement operation.
And I think this last comment is what most people are kind of leaning towards, is that they knew this was coming.
Oh yeah.
This was more of like a rest. This guy, Maduro, wants out. He knows he's screwed his local. He's probably going to get murked down there.
Well,
he's better off in U.S. custody here than he is down there.
Well, remember what happened to Gaddafi, right? Gaddafi, the writing was on the wall for Muammar Gaddafi. And when regime change happened, he had a very bad time for the last 12 hours of his miserable life. It was terrible. So I think that, he kind of knew that, like, dude, like, when this is over, I am a dead man.
Yeah.
So better to get out, be in U.S. custody. And dude, as well as I do that one of the first things we're going to do is try to understand better the cartel operation. We want to talk to Maduro. What do you know about these cartels? Because he's got high level intelligence. Am I wrong here?
Yeah. And then you got a guy saying that if someone executed a warrant on Trump, it's not a declaration of war. Like some people are saying, when Obama went into Yemen, like anytime a Democratic president goes in and saves a nation or rescue or does some it's always looked at one way. And then now this is, and I'm not getting into the conspiracy. I'm talking about, because we don't know what's going on behind the closed door in the curtain. I'm sure there's conspiracies. I'm sure there's secret, society, all that stuff. I'm sure exists. But from the basic terms, if you take all that out of it, you have a nation that's been decimated by communism, dictatorship, just completely
and the drug trade
ruined, and drugs. And there are innocent Venezuelan people that have, and we're taking everybody in here, right? We're taking them all in here. We're supposed to take care of them, but now we go somewhere else, and we're going to go try to stop that from happening where it's at. It's kind of like police work. Even if your intentions are to get oil, and that's what it's all about, if you want to say that, but in the repercussions of that are people becoming free and people maybe having food on their table. So I'm not saying Trump's he's not, like, there's problems with everybody. Yeah. But if you look at this just on that level, the Venezuelan people should end up in better conditions after this is over. I'm sure there's got to be some follow-up. I mean, the cartels are running wild, but this is a start.
If all of this is true, everything, I mean, first of all, we're not even in the first 12 hours yet. This started at 2:00 this morning.
Yeah, we're going to get changes in this.
We're 8 hours
in.
Yeah. So if this was a negotiated exit or capture, then there is planning already involved for Maduro to probably tell his people in the military not to fight. There's probably already a plan in place with the U.S. military to facilitate the transfer of power to somebody. Of course, it's extremely sensitive and fragile. Like, I mean, this can go either way. So the next couple of days are going to be very, very interesting to see how this all turns out. The assessment that me and a lot of other people have that are in this open source intelligence realm is that, and remember, we are going on the information that we have and that we had, is that there is probably already a Venezuelan transition team there. We already have the people identified. That happened 2 weeks ago. ready to take. We actually talked about it on Antihero.
Yeah, you've been talking. You've been giving us updates about all the ships down there and submarines, and for a month we known something was coming for a long time.
That's what's really interesting. So you're going to hear people in the news that don't fucking know what they're talking about call this a psyop, right? We've been moving, forces into the Caribbean and at Roosevelt Roads, Puerto Rico, and moving ships and aircraft carriers and submarines and airplanes and all of this. We've been doing it since October, right? And what basically happened, this is not a psyop. This was a military deception operation. We lowered everybody's antennas, right? Because we were so used to seeing military stuff moving around, moving in. It was like, okay, well, something's going to happen. But we were kind of waiting for that one thing to go, okay, it's getting ready to kick off. And they just did a really good job of moving everybody in, shutting the fuck up. And then bang, we wake up at 2:00 this morning and it's game on. We had no idea.
But we've been talking about it on the show for days. I mean, a month. You've been giving updates on, they've been hitting the boats.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy doesn't like you.
What's you say?
It is a psyop. This guy.
Dude, he doesn't know what a psyop is. Okay. Just so we know. A psyop.
This was on my bingo card. We knew this was coming. I mean, this isn't a surprise.
A psyop, by the way, if you're going to call it a psyop, spell it right. It's PSY because it's a psychological operation. Okay. This was not a psychological operation. This was a military operation that used deception to surprise everybody. A psychological operation is an operation intended to shape your opinion of something. This wasn't an opinion. This is fact. People got on the ground and people died this morning. Don't kid yourself. There was
super chat here. Could Maduro have been a U.S. asset, and now we're just reclaiming the asset under all the theatrics?
I mean, not really, because if he was an asset, he didn't help us very much. A lot of that oil that we seized went to people that are our enemies. And that's one of the reasons why this was important. Remember, I said, and this is why we had the argument with that gentleman that came on. I can't remember his name, the dude with the glasses. Yeah. He came on and I said, I disagree with you about Venezuela because I think we need to do this operation so that we can secure our southern flank and keep China and Russia and a lot of other places, filthy paws, out of Venezuela so that we can go do the operations that we're going to end up doing in the Pacific and probably Europe in the next couple of years.
And let me just do this real quick. Let's it's a pop-up broadcast, but we got to mention our people real quick.
Oh yeah. I was going to ask if we should do sponsors, but
we're doing our best. But don't forget to go over to Elevated Silence. Check out elevatedsilence.com. Jim is one of our biggest supporters. He's got cans for everything. That's Jim right there, the owner.
Yeah.
It's a pop-up, but you want suppressors, accessories, merch, you go to Elevated Silence, use code Antihero, you'll get a discount. And Jim's one of the greatest dudes on earth. I'm sure some of his maybe a couple of his silencers were on those over there. And one other real quick, let me just add one more.
Yeah.
Keep talking. I'll get the other one queued up.
Okay. While you're pulling this up, I haven't seen any more airstrikes. I would not be surprised if depending on what happens in the next 72 hours, if more military forces end up funneling in. But what you would probably see is like Ranger Regiment or 82nd do airfield seizure, right? How pissed off are you and Tyler going to be if them dudes get a mustard stain? I mean, I would be mad too, because they'll get a combat jump, and that's what it will be. And then probably in conjunction with that, it depends on how much unrest happens and whether or not there's actually a peaceful transfer of power. But remember, right now we have a power vacuum, so somebody's going to take charge. We just got to make sure who it is. I mean, we know who we want, but that doesn't mean that's who it's going to be without a fight.
Yeah. So let me just add this in. Don't forget our guys over at Ghost Bed Go to ghostbed.com. They have cooling sheets, pillow toppers, everything you guys need for bedding. I know it sounds crazy in the middle of this thing, but you're gonna got to get a good night's sleep after you're up listening to us talk all day. So go to ghostbed.com, one of our OG sponsors. I think Tyler says they have over 60,000 5-star rating reviews. He can't say that, but I can say that because I'm the talent. So Tyler's not. But don't forget to check out our sponsor, Ghostbed. Use code antihero for a discount over there. So we appreciate that. Jimmy sharing his knowledge. That's right. Good morning. Canine's in the house.
Dude, we got 94 people watching right now.
Yeah, we're good. 104 on my screen. Trump needed a win. Dude, Venezuela's worth 4 points in the game of risk. And that's, I'm not going to argue that Trump is what he is. I know, like the first go around, I was a little more naive. I was still a cop, not really paying attention to everything I know Trump's a showman. Trump wants to be the guy. There's no doubt about it. The way he talks, the way he said, I did this, I did that. Trump is what he is. But if you strip all that out of it, like I said earlier, you have innocent people in Venezuela. We care about everybody else. We care about Somalians. We care about Hispanics. We care about everybody else. So why not Venezuelans? Why, if the only thing if this was done for all ulterior motives, everything was just a sham, that's fine. If it puts a government in charge of Venezuela or allows the people of Venezuela to recover from what they've been dealing with, you take the wins. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, let's be really clear here. If we're going to worry about if you get on social media and you talk about Israel or you talk about Ukraine, right? Which we do, right? We do talk about it. I'll figure that out in a second. Let me get through my point here. Why would you not worry about a country that is, we're connected by a land bridge. These people are here. There are Venezuelan expats that do construction jobs, that they're here in the United States. They love their country. It's almost a meme, that meme of right to jail right away. That's a meme of Venezuela. That's what it was. Why would you want it to be that way? I care more about the people in the Western Hemisphere than I care about Europe, to be totally honest with you. Except maybe Portugal and Italy.
Yeah, it is. He's right. They're going after war on drugs. I get it.
Yeah.
But, there's all, China's a completely different.
This is about China. Do not kid yourself. This is about China.
You can't talk about Israel. Sam doesn't like that.
I haven't said anything about Israel. This is one of the times where I'm going, this has nothing to do with Israel. If this was a strike on Iran, I would have a completely different take on this because that would be about Israel. This is about China. China was very much infiltrating and influencing Venezuela. A lot of the oil that was coming out of Venezuela was going to China. That's one of the boats that we seized. So when we look at this and we go, hey, we need to stop Chinese influence in this hemisphere. By the way, we need to stop the drug trafficking. By the way, we need to stop the illegal immigration, all of which is all around this Venezuela thing. And in the process, maybe we can help the people get the person that they actually elected. Mm-hmm. Now, just because this Machado, just because we're helping her get into power, she might be happy for our help. That doesn't mean she's our friend. Okay, so don't get that twisted. This isn't one of those situations where we grab some dude off the street who's a Venezuelan and we're like, you're going to be the president now. This lady was elected by her people, and so was her party. Yeah. That does not mean that they're going to be our friends in everything, and we're basically going to be the shadow puppet master above them.
Yeah, and I saw one comment Kenny made about the fentanyl doesn't come from China, Venezuela, but I know fentanyl it's the hot thing, but cocaine does. And what does cocaine lead to? And it may not be you're not dying on the side of the street, but cocaine is all your shootouts, your rips, your robberies, families destroyed by cocaine addiction, violence. Cocaine is just. I watched it. I was involved in narcotics when cocaine before fentanyl, and I watched people die. I watched people get murdered. yes, it doesn't just knock you dead on the side of the road, but it leads to like a 30-year life of like stealing, burglary, robbery, battery, shootings. I mean, any drug is worth taking a dent on. No, we're not going to stop the war on drugs. I'm not saying that. But if you can slow it down, I would say just like anything else, you're never going to stop the crime in Chicago. But you don't think those people would appreciate maybe it's slowing down a little bit, like a little break in the action, like so.
Well, and here's the other part of that too. To your point, who's right next door to Venezuela? It's Colombia, and trust me, those guys know they're on. Hey, good morning, Kenny. Those guys know they're on notice. Yeah, I know she is. Again, like if we could pull her in live, I mean, look, it's important enough to know, really, for everybody that watches this podcast, is like, this is what happened this morning. I'm going to read that super chat if you don't mind.
There's another one. Oh yeah, hold on.
Yeah, it's from Juliet Whiskey. If the U.S. had the ability to snag Maduro, why bomb the small boats the weeks before? Was this maybe a different purpose behind the strikes? No, because we didn't have the capability to look. You can't just do that operation. You can't go call up the Delta Force and go, hey, man, go get Machado. That's not how they operate. That's one of the reasons why we say things like the special operations forces, like the Delta Force, before they go do an operation, they have a massive advantage in planning and in resources before they conduct this. And they plan it down to the gnat's ass of the details, which is why you can pull off an operation like this so quickly and so flawlessly. So in the meantime, the first thing that needed to happen was pressure needed to be put on the Maduro and the government to go, hey, man, your time is up. It's up. And it's in all likelihood that those strikes, that escalation of kinetic activity, pushed him to go, dude, I'm done. The game's over, and surrendered to the United States so that, he basically he may not have known exactly when, but he knew the Delta Force was coming to get him and his wife. Yeah. I mean, it's almost too good.
And as you see in the comments, you can't get 100 people, 92 people together, and nobody agrees on anything. And everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's all this is. This is your opinion. This is what we're seeing. Obviously, there's a Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, and there's a bigger picture. Yeah. All we can kind of do is go based on what we see, and then if we spin off conspiracies and all that stuff, we could be here. We'd be live for the next 27 years trying to uncover all that. We're just trying to give you the basics of what happened. This is Jimmy's opinion. Jimmy's been right about a lot of this stuff, and maybe he's wrong about some stuff, but this is what we have. This is what we're seeing, and things rapidly evolve. But
here's the thing. So the anti-hero broadcast has been right about just about everything. When the three of us put our heads together and look at the evidence that's provided to us, we can pretty much make an assessment and go, yeah, this is probably what's about to happen. And damn it, if we aren't right and saying the things that the news says 2 weeks later. We were right about the stuff going on in Minnesota. You were the one. I guarantee if you go back, we were talking about the Somalis before the fraud stuff came out. And you were the one that said, like, with an organization that big, there has got to be criminal activity going on. And then 2 weeks later, what do we find?
Yeah. And Sam's right about this. I agree. Like, we send money to everybody. Like, I'm not against that. Except Minnesota and the cop surrender thing. That's horrible.
Minnesota was not debunked.
Jimmy No War and hair products. No, he knows more than you.
Is that Clint?
Putting the Peace Prize chick in charge. Yeah, she's taking over, right? The Peace Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, I guess she's addressing the nation now, but it's in Spanish.
Yeah, well, she's the spokeswoman for the party. She's not going to be the president. There's somebody I think the plan is to do.
I agree. Mm-hmm. Good.
The plan is to put what's his name? The plan is to put Edmundo Gonzalez in charge, but Machado is going to be the press secretary, so to speak. So we'll see. Minnesota, nothing in Minnesota has been debunked. except
no, dude, you got the guys. You got the kid came out in the Yankees hat with $2,400 glasses on, saying everything got destroyed and removed suspiciously. Now you got it popped up in California. I saw a guy confront a lady in California. Same thing. She's a millionaire living out there, and there's no kids in the daycare. So none of that's been debunked.
No, not even at all. And I'm gonna have to lift and shift, because I think that on the Shadowcast, what I'm gonna do is, since I've got some of the information, I can kind of put together a timeline of this, then this, then this, then this, then this. It was very, very telling to me that one of the first things that I was able to find almost right away, almost like it was leaked on purpose, was the DEA and the FBI were on the raid force that got Maduro. And of course, directly after that, you heard, lawmakers on a certain side of the aisle say, oh, this was illegal. He started a war and he shouldn't have. Jimmy does an AAR after sex.
He doesn't lie on it either. He doesn't lie on it either. If it was 4 seconds, it was 4 seconds. We don't fabricate we don't fabricate our AARs here.
We do not lie on our AARs. We
tell
don't
the
do
truth.
that. I mean, if it went down, it went down that way. Oh my goodness.
I mean, this has obviously got something to do with China, and you talked about it, the oil, the resources. This all has to do with it.
I have said this is about China from the very get-go. I mean, look, does it help the war on drugs? Yes. Does it help the migrant issue? Yes. Does it help the Venezuelan people? Absolutely. But ultimately, this is about securing the Western Hemisphere so that we can go into the Pacific, fight China. They don't have oil from Venezuela. We do, and our allies do, and they don't have a foothold down here in China. So we can safely turn our back on our back door and look directly ahead. And if it works out and we are not in the middle of a major counterinsurgency, dropping bombs and everything else, this is an absolute win strategically. Because while Taiwan, and just to kind of give you the picture, while Taiwan is completely surrounded by China right now, as we speak, on the water, they are conducting a practice blockade of Taiwan. We just changed the regime in Venezuela and said, hey, dude, we don't got to worry about that back door anymore. We can focus completely on you, which really goes from intent to intention, right? What?
Double wide, Dan.
Yeah, double wide.
I mean, I got a meme ready for it. Don't worry.
Yeah. I dude, like I was waiting because you're like a meme lord. You're one of the best meme lords I've had the opportunity to meet. You're really good at it.
Double wide,
by the way, if you're wondering why Tyler wasn't here, I got a call from Tyler at 5.
He doesn't care about you guys. That's why.
5:50 this morning. He tells me, hey, dude, Venezuela's popping off. I'm like, I know, man. I just saw it. He's like, we're going to have to do an emergency stream. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'll get set up for it. And so I pull it all together, and I called him, and he didn't answer the phone. And so I called Mike, and he's like, fuck it, man. We'll just do it live. We'll do it ourselves.
Mike's always ready.
Yeah. Mike was just like, yeah, let's fucking go. Game on.
Dylan, you're the man.
Dylan is the man. Dylan is he's one of my Warhammer guys too.
Oh boy. Didn't Russia send our missile defense systems to Venezuela? Yeah, there was Russian stuff in Venezuela.
Yeah, well, those anti-aircraft batteries, which, by the way, one of the things that I didn't get the chance to really talk about on the end. I mean, this is why the Shadowcast is kind of important, because there's so much of this stuff that I cannot cover during the show. I just don't have time, dude. We got other shit going on. Oh yeah. Oh my God. There's a couple of specific Delta operators, former Delta operators, and on social media right now that are like, I fucking called it. I know all the guys that are there. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. I don't want to hear you. I was just reading one of the comments, but I don't even remember where I was going. Oh yeah, so like the reason why I have to do the shadow cast is because there is so much stuff. And I said on the anti-hero broadcast, I was like, they just moved a squadron that specializes in destroying surface air missiles into Roosevelt Roads. Well, the opening strike of this was knocking out a bunch of surface air missiles to open the door for the raid force.
Another super chat. Who does the U.S. focus on next? Venezuela secured.
Venezuela is not secured. It's not. I mean,
yeah, we just hit them. It's still in limbo.
Yeah, we don't have this secured. Don't count on anything right now other than major focus combat operations for the. I mean, well, I won't call them combat. Well, they're going to be, but kinetic operations in and around Venezuela, probably for the foreseeable future until there is a stable interim government in place. And here's the thing: when that stable government goes into place, there's going to be a lot of backdoor dealings about oil and things like that before the new government comes into place. So, like, this is going to be a win. Look forward to lower gas prices. You can probably look forward to that, which will be great. And then once that it's actually stable there, and we can see that it's stable, which we really won't be sure about probably for a year, but we can kind of speculate and go, yeah, it's maybe stable. The next one is already on the list, and that's Colombia, and Colombia is next, and then directly after that is going to be Panama and Mexico. I mean, we're just gonna march right up.
Yeah.
And what I think the president's team is hoping will happen is we have to do regime change on one, but maybe if everybody sees that we will do this, they will fall into line, without us having to do shit. Yeah, bro, Ray Charles called this. Yeah.
Rob O'Neill's first in the door. Monday morning quarterback from the Soft Boys. Unless you read the program, nobody knows what's happening.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, another 20 years. You're right. Iran. I don't know when we're going to focus on Iran.
Well, I mean, that's not when that time comes, we'll talk about that. But yeah. First of all, I'm really excited.
Take the W for America, and I would say it's a win for some people. Some people are going to be doing better, I believe.
Trump is on the gas pedal. That is very true. But I think for the time being, we don't really have much that we need to be concerned about. And I'm actually really happy about the fact that, like, you and me, like, we saw this happen, and now we have the infrastructure in the anti-hero counterculture network to go, we're going live, we're doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yeah. I made a fucking meme, and I don't know where it is. Hold on. I'm in trouble.
What's up?
I got a meme to show.
But oh, yeah, cool.
I'm having trouble with it. I got it now. Hold on. I'm going to figure out how to put it up. Let's see. It's going to have to be a background desktop. Won't show up. Damn it. Oh, well. I'll put it on my page.
Yeah.
So we give you the news.
Yep.
People agree, people disagree, but we wanted to make this a thing. If there's something breaking the broadcast, somebody from the broadcast, if it's Jimmy at 3 a.m. up drinking, if it's Tyler up at 5 a.m. giving orders, I'm pretty much up all the time. I don't sleep. So we're going to.
Yeah. I mean, at least your wife's done with the night shift now.
Oh, God. Yeah. So why can't I get this to work?
I mean, it was just in time, too. Like I got all the stuff. I had everything that I needed. And, because we needed to be ready to go live, 2 Tuesday and Wednesday remote, or I did. And so this to me was a great, like, hey, let's flex, let's do this now, you know.
Oh, Tyler's awake. Here. This is for Double Wide Dan. I'm gonna remove us real quick. So he's ready.
Okay.
Our boss is up.
Our boss is up.
Yeah. Our boss is up. He decided to join us. Maybe he comes in, maybe he doesn't. Hope Double Wide Dan enjoyed the meme that was thrown together on the fly.
Yeah. So
that's how we do it. Live from the trap.
Yeah.
Well, where are we responsible for the majority of intel South America? Cuba next. I don't know about that. Well, so Trump's supposed to. I don't know if he started yet. He was supposed to address the nation, but he's stalling. It's gonna be the greatest press conference ever.
Oh yeah, it's fucking. These were the greatest bombs. It was the greatest strike force. There's never been a mission like this in history. Like,
yeah,
fuck, dude. Okay, bro. You know,
I'll send my burn. Dan wants to send his number in for the thick Latinas.
Double wide.
Maybe we can get Tyler in.
Can we?
I got nice. I said, we want to do a live. I said, Jimmy's going to do one. I said, no, we are live. He said, nice. Our boss said, nice. Don't forget the real workhorses behind this. Don't let Tyler lie to you.
Yeah.
Mike and Jimmy don't sleep, especially till 11:22 in the afternoon, almost afternoon.
Yes. What was it? The Shadow Cop Castville news desk.
Yeah, here we are. We're live. We're live on four places. We're on Counterculture, we're on Copville, we're on Antihero, we're on my Facebook. You got the news.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you know, be prepared, be paying attention, because you know, now that we know that we can do this, we're gonna have to make a special video like intro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'll get Natalie to make like an Antihero emergency press conference intro. I mean, the most important thing is we got here, we got people watching, we're giving people what some would say the wrong information, but we're giving people information. We're getting it out there. And even Sal texted me. Sal said, you know, I think the pop-up broadcast is pretty cool.
Okay.
You know, as long as we're not doing.
What's that? Kenny. Oh,
we got a super chat. Thanks for the answer, Jimmy. In Venezuela, Colombia, and Mexico, like you mentioned, before the game plan for the U.S., so we can have Mexico government cartels flanked on both sides. I'm thinking long-term, like a chess game.
And you should. So what we really need to be looking for here, like in the professional, like, you know, intelligence space and military space, is what we call second and third order effects. So, and everybody deals with this. You do something, and then there's a reaction. And then there's a reaction to that reaction before you do another thing. Like, okay, so we took out Maduro. What does that mean? Who takes charge? How does that affect Venezuela? How does this, or Venezuela as a whole, how does it affect Colombia? How does it affect the drug cartels? How do they respond to that thing? And what is that going to do to the battlefield? And it's going to constantly change. The thing that we want to happen is for the cartels to, let's be honest, Mike, I don't think anybody in power right now is unrealistic. We're not going to stop the drug trade.
No, never will.
It's never
will.
It's never going to happen. The only thing you can do is make it hard, right? I mean, you can talk to that, right? So what, as a cop, if I told you, like, we can't stop the drug trade, what are you hoping to see the outcome of this squeeze on the cartels?
You hope to slow it down. And, and then obviously, you know, Republicans, everybody thinks we don't care about people. We don't care about immigrants. We don't care. Of course, especially for 26 years as a cop, 3 years you in the military. You went to the military for, you know, many years, went overseas for a total of 54 months. You obviously cared about something. You went to another country. You were, you know, protecting people over there. Yes, it was for the greater good of the United States, but you developed relationships and hostages and rescues. We don't want to see people suffer. Like, inherently, we don't want to see people suffer. That's the bottom line. So if less people will suffer from this, that's obviously a win. I'm going to bring this one up because this is actually a very accurate, I believe this comment here. The fentanyl push. I am a firm believer that he's right here, and I'll put on my tinfoil hat that big pharma pushes the fentanyl fight because they're still selling poison legally right over the counter. And people are getting drugs. People are abusing drugs. When I started, there was no fentanyl. When I was a dope cop, there was no fentanyl. Our people were dying at mass numbers. I mean, dying from over-the-counter pharmaceutical drugs. Yes. Not only pill mills, but the companies that make the pills. These things were not made to just hand out for a minor back pain or, you cut yourself, and that drug companies are billions, and they're never going to stop. So that is a pretty accurate. And I would agree that some of the pressure on fentanyl, because now fentanyl has taken the light away from the people that are dying just on regular over the counter stuff.
Yeah.
It's still a bad thing.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, there's several things can be true at the same time. Is it true that this is going to probably help a lot of people in Venezuela? Yeah. Is it true that it's going to probably make things a lot easier in the hood, and the dope cops are going to have an easier time? Because again, as product becomes harder to get, people become more desperate. When they become desperate, they make mistakes, they make investigations easier, and they'll flip. I mean, like, Mike, I'm probably talking out of my ass here, but like, that to me makes the most sense. Like, this squeeze is going to start. It's going to end up being, the pinch is going to be felt all the way in the hood.
Yeah. I came out of narcotics in 2012. I'm an old dog. I came out of narcotics in 2012. So from 06 to 12, when I spent my 6 years, that's what I'm talking about. We weren't dealing with fentanyl. We had no fentanyl. We were dealing with cocaine, most of it. And then the latter part of that was the pill mills. And you got to remember, I'm old as dirt. So and the fentanyl didn't really pop in Florida. Heroin has never been big in Florida. That's where I'm from. And then
it's always been coke here.
Cocaine and then meth. And then fentanyl kind of is everywhere now. But in my dope career, back when the dinosaurs were still roaming, we had no fentanyl.
Yeah. I mean, if Mike was arrested for frankincense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an old timer. So,
but like, we can look at this and go, yeah, absolutely. The pharmaceutical companies for sure don't like the fact that, the drug trade exists at the height and power that it does.
No, but they also want you to focus on the illegal stuff, because they go, this is all legal over here. Yeah, they're giving grandma 30 milligram oxy, 180 of them for this pain and that pain. And don't think that there's, that's where it all starts. I don't know that anybody, maybe now because it's so bad, but nobody was walking around going, I want to do fentanyl. I'm gonna go out today and do fentanyl. What I saw from most of my career were normal people that got injured, and these pharmaceutical companies were pushing these. There's that whole Netflix story on that Matthew Broderick's in it, and normal people. I had a fireman, one of my first big arrests. This poor guy got injured on the job, tore up. They gave him way too many pain pills. He got addicted. Then they noticed over like the next 2 years, he had all these wild injuries where he like cut himself with a chainsaw, and all these things that were like, looked like they were on accident. He was doing it on purpose. And it finally led to, he fucking walked in a pharmacy and did an armed robbery as a fireman. And he was a really nice dude. He never hurt anybody, but he was so addicted to the pain medication that started from an actual injury, overprescribed. And then it just kept going. And that's one story in one town with 100,000 people. Multiply that times millions of people that got addicted to pain meds by overprescribing, doctors being pushed this stuff by pharmacies. And now so they're trying to hide behind the fentanyl epidemic, and it's really bad. Well, you better get rid of it. But meanwhile, they're not going to slow down. They're going to keep pushing right over the counter.
This is, and remember too that, why did fentanyl become such a big thing?
Go ahead, Jimmy, tell us.
Well, it was Afghanistan, dude. There was a lot of fucking poppies and because it's the opioid crisis, right?
Yeah. And that's the worst drug for anybody who doesn't know. Like, you can deal with a crackhead, you can deal with a dude on meth. They are wild, but the sickness and issues that come from detoxing off of pain medicine is another planet, dude. These people, when I say sick, they can't function. They can't move. Everything hurt. So their desperation to get that stuff is different than a guy who just wants to, buzz on cocaine and smoke a little crack. I've seen those guys kick it for a long period of time. These fentanyl addicts and these people on those pain stuff, it's physically impossible for them to stop doing it just like that. They have to wean off of it, and then there's relapses. It's a terrible thing to watch. Somebody that's addicted to that stuff, and it sucks.
It's a terrible. I can't help but read some of these comments.
Oh yeah, they're great
because the comments are great.
There always are. Every time we try to be serious, it's like that's why I'm never serious, because it's like you get into it and they drop the one-liners, and it's like that's what I usually do is drop the one-liners.
Yeah. I mean, like, and it's all people that like. It's like, oh, it's Clint talking. It's Colt talking about it. Like, fuck, dude. What we really need to do is, we need to get some more people in here. But I mean, like, I'm very happy with this number right now. But again, guys and gal, like, we're gonna have to see, like, there's gonna be, like, stand by, because Jimmy didn't choose trap Joseph. We're gonna end up seeing a lot more stuff, and typically the way this goes is, oh, look, it's my boy GWAT Goons. That's another guy who's just fantastic podcast and fantastic guy, focuses on the conventional dudes in the war on terror.
Awesome. Make sure you guys check him out.
You should go give him a follow. As this happens, we're going to see some silence for a little while, right? It's going to be and then things are going to start happening rapidly. And now, because we have the capabilities to scale, because we needed to, we can go live in an emergency like this, whereas it was like, oh, this happened, we'll talk about it on Monday. It's like, no, we can fucking do it now.
Let me pay the bills a couple more times. Some of our amazing sponsors we have. Don't forget the guys over at, one second.
No, that's me. Yeah, I can get rid of that.
Don't forget the guys over at Violent Provisions. Go to violentprovisions.com. They're for the silent professionals. They got hoodies, stickers, hats, all the cool stuff for the guys out there doing the silent work in the streets. They're not going to Venezuela, but they are doing the stuff out in the street. So don't forget to check out Violent Provisions. Go to violentprovisions.com. Use code Antihero. And what else we got?
Let's see. Let me go.
I got one more. We got to get our other new guy. Hold on. And our guys over at Goon Tape.
Goon Tape.
Our newest sponsor, Goon Tape. This is a moisture activated tape. So if you put this on your gun, Jimmy has it on his, you put it on the rail of your rifle, use it in everyday operations. You can wrap up your gear. When it gets wet, it stays grippy. We like grippy, right? When it's wet, it's got to be grippy. Otherwise, you can't feel it. So go to over goontape.com and check those guys out over there as well. They're our newest sponsor, and we care about them.
Yeah, I mean, there's
yelled at by the boss. Are we live on Antihero? I clicked it.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm right. I got a new picture of Maduro in the jumpsuit.
Already?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna fucking download it and send it to myself.
Well, you can just text it to me either way. Okay. I got a Mac, so it's easier for me to I can load it right in. I can.
Yeah, this is Maduro aboard USS Iwo Jima. So,
all right, here we go.
Which is, remember, that's what I said he was on. Like, I said again. This is where I'm sorry, guys. I got to do it, but like, I was fucking right again.
Yeah, you said that was.
I said he's not in Miami. He's not in Roosevelt Roads. He's on USS Iwo Jima.
Jimmy, remove all those. I can't remove your things. Remove all those.
Oh yeah, I'll get rid of them.
Assets. No problem. Just that way I because
I removed a bunch. I'm just gonna leave the 2 maps up just in case.
Of course, it was Trump posted it. It's great.
I'll leave the 1 map up. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, we're live. Fucking. Let me just look real quick.
All right. And there it is. There's he's got the black. Oh, he got glasses on. Is it glasses?
Yeah. They've got him blindfolded and earmuffed. You know.
Oh, they got him blindfolded and earmuffed.
Yeah.
He went down like a dog, the worst dog ever. There he is in custody. You know the president's going to post it.
Yeah, of course he did. I mean, it's Trump. I mean, like that dude is like, I got it. By the way, I got a new song. It's called "I Hate Being Sober." It's not a new song, but it's like I want to do like
it's pretty fitting.
Yeah, I just want to do that real quick. Like, well, I want to cut together a reel of that with that song over it, and me like double fisted, like I need all of the booze right now.
I don't drink. I can't imagine. Our boss.
Yeah,
maybe our boss is hungover. He's texting me. He's barking orders.
What's he saying?
You guys didn't go live on Anti-Hero? I'm like, yeah, we did. Go back to bed. We got this.
It was not the dev group was not there. It was not a SEAL team. This is absolutely an operation that the Delta Force conducted.
Chat.
It's something that they are really, really good at. And you'll probably never hear about. I mean, more than likely, there wasn't a fucking shot fired on the objective. I mean, they just fucking rolled the dude up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him looking like Al Qaeda.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Trump's, that's what I said. Trump's going to do that crazy shit. I mean, you got to take it. Sam came full circle. He says, you are awesome. You do touch sensitive subjects. Much love to this, but we appreciate it. And
yeah, man,
that's what we're trying to do is, we're the 99%. We're the regular dudes. We're not anything special. And we don't claim to be, but we put our passion into this. Jimmy's up texting me early this morning. Tyler's texting Jimmy. Jimmy's texting me. We're sitting here. It's Saturday, and we're like, hey, we have an audience. We have people that rely on us. We have a group of people that are becoming a large army of 99%ers. We got to get this stuff out. And I'm fucking said, Jimmy, give me 5 minutes. I threw a thumbnail together, and Jimmy threw all that. Jimmy was researching it since about 6 a.m. He didn't. I don't know if Jimmy slept, but this is what it's about. This is what we're trying to do, is create this, and there'll be pop-up. Might just be Tyler, might just be Jimmy, might be both of them. There'll be pop-up broadcasts when the stuff breaks, because we think it's important to be the first responder, veteran news source to get this stuff out. And we're going to be wrong. We're going to be wrong. Some of the stuff we may say today might already, we're giving it to you as fast as we can get it. And we will correct ourselves. We'll always hold ourselves responsible for if we ever report anything wrong.
And again, like I caveated that this morning. Like, this is the best information that we have at 11 o'clock in the morning when this operation started at 2 a.m. So we're fucking 9 hours in. And I mean, just like when we were, with the stuff going on in Australia, it was like, dude, we reported on that 12 hours after it happened.
And who would you rather have given it to you? Fucking Jimmy and fucking Mike at fucking 11 a.m. or some faggot on fucking CNN or Fox News that has some agenda that we may all have the same information, but you're going to get it spun a certain way. We're going to give it to you right up front. If you disagree, we're going to put your comment up there. We're going to let you disagree. We're going to address it. We're going to give it to you the right way, not spun, not biased. This is 99% news for the real hardworking dudes.
If there's a bias, it's that Mike is going to look at this from the perspective of a cop.
Yeah. There's always going to be.
And I'm going to look at this as a perspective as a military guy, but that is not a bad thing. That's the way that, like, anybody that's watching the show should want to know, like, what do military guys think? This is their perspective. What do cops think? This is their perspective. And that's a great thing to have.
Yes. And it's like I said, the other day I put my resume on. I hated even doing that for the first time. I just talked a little bit about it, but it's coming from guys that have done the regular job. Like, and I really don't consider Jimmy regular. I consider Jimmy an elite dude. Like, he spent a lot of time overseas. You did, and you did a really serious job, and you were involved in a lot of things. So it's like, but again, you're not SF, you're not all that other stuff. But you're in the very terms of regular, you're more of a regular dude because you're not doing people because your feelings are hurt, and you're not, you're just here like one of the boys. You're one of the boys doing the right thing, but you have amazing perspective and wealth of knowledge in this area. Like, I don't know anything about this. This is all you.
But I mean, like, here's the thing: like, you may not know about it, but as a street cop,
yeah, there's some application, and
this is gonna be something that you, yeah. I mean, does anybody in the hood give a shit about this? No, but you may go like, hey, man, the way that dope is moving is changing. Some things are happening, and we can do. I mean, and maybe this is a kind of a niche case, but there's going to be plenty of times where, like, hey, dude, if we now have the ability to get oil from Venezuela and get it cheap, like, and all of a sudden we're paying $2 a gallon for gas again, like, that's a fucking win. And you're going to wake up and go, oh, who did this? And it's like, well, it was this stuff right here.
Yeah. And like
Will Smith, I saw something about Will Smith from Martin Lawrence.
Yeah. 27 years of chess, 0. This is me right here. I didn't live that long though. I'm more 15 years of chest,
I'll tell
arms
you
and
who,
back, no legs.
Fucking Matty. Matt is a bail boy. Don't fucking kid yourself. Like, his traps are like up here.
Oh, he's a huge, and he wears that super big shirt.
Yeah. Captured him in the dead of night. It was dark.
Yeah, I guess I did see that there was a couple guys injured, nobody killed, and then one of the oh shit. Go ahead.
Dude, I mean, a couple of guys injured could mean, guys stepped off the helicopter and rolled an ankle,
Yeah. Yeah, regular military, more confident experience. And we've talked about that. So.
Oh, yeah. Like, tons and tons.
Our boss said he's getting on in 5 minutes. We'll see what he does.
Okay, cool. I was going to say
we're losing some numbers because Trump. I'm sure we're losing numbers to Trump being on.
Yeah. But, I mean, dude, we're still doing great.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he's gonna give it to you his way. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe we can stream.
Well, and email the link.
Already done.
Yeah, one of the things that you got to remember, and this is. Yeah, I know that this guy knows it, but anybody that doesn't, like, this
Tyler's
operation.
Tyler's coming in. The video is going to go to Minecraft in 5 minutes.
It's the juice. It's the juice. Oh, yeah. Can we pull up Trump and do a screen share and react to it? Can we do that? Are we capable of doing that?
Network's got them. I'm trying to get Tyler.
I mean, probably all of them.
If you can find the link that he's talking,
I'll
you can send it.
Stand by.
I'm trying to get Tyler in. All right, the link is sent twice.
I don't want to give any. I'll just go to AP. How about that?
My dog keeps barking.
I got the link. Let's see.
You can text it to me, or you can you can try to put it up there. Then
I don't even know how to do that.
I got to do it. You send it to me.
There, I'm gonna put it in the chat. It'll be easier that way.
Can I copy and paste it?
There, it's right there.
Yes. Yeah, it's sent. Like, I emailed it like 3 times. All right, man. Let me shut my door. Hold on.
In the meantime, if you guys got, what's that? Let's see. Yeah, we sent it here. Call Lewis just to yell at him and have speakerphone. Yeah. I don't know what he's going to say. He said we were running the country, huh? Well, how?
I'm going to get rid of the ad. Hold on.
Yeah. Good call, Jeremy. It was Jeremy that fucking told me we should do this.
We're going to stay until
can you guys hear that?
As the
yeah.
proper transition can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it essentially until such time as a proper transition can take place. As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping and what could have taken place. We're going to have our very large United States oil companies,
Very
the
large.
biggest anywhere in the world,
Very beautiful.
go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for the country. And we are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so. So we were prepared to do a second wave if we needed to do so. We actually assumed that a second wave would be necessary, but now it's probably not. The first wave, if you'd like to call it that, the first attack was so successful, we probably don't have to do a second, but we're prepared to do a second wave, a much bigger wave, actually. This was.
Can we turn the volume up?
It's as loud as I can get it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's up.
Probably
up on my
won't have to
computer.
do. This partnership of Venezuela with the United States of America, a country that everybody wants to be involved with because of what we were able to do and accomplish, will make the people of Venezuela rich, independent, and safe. And it will also make the many, many people from Venezuela that are living in the United States extremely happy. They suffered. They suffered. So much was taken from them. They're not going to suffer anymore. The illegitimate dictator Maduro was the kingpin of a vast criminal network responsible for trafficking colossal amounts of deadly and illicit drugs into the United States. As alleged in the indictment, he personally oversaw the vicious cartel known as Cartel de las Solas, which flooded our nation with lethal poison, responsible for the deaths of countless Americans, many, many Americans, hundreds and thousands over the years of Americans died because of him. Maduro and his wife will soon face the full might of American justice and stand trial on American soil. Right now, they're on a ship they'll be heading to, ultimately New York, and then a decision will be made, I assume, between New York and Miami or Florida. But we have people where the overwhelming evidence of their crimes will be presented in a court of law. And I've seen it. I've seen what we have. It's
tremendous.
It's both horrible and breathtaking that something like this could have been allowed to take place. For many years after his term as president of Venezuela expired, Maduro remained in power and waged a ceaseless campaign of violence, terror,
Take your time.
and against the United States of America, threatening not only our people, but the stability of the entire region. And you all saw it. In addition to trafficking gigantic amounts of illegal drugs that inflicted untold suffering and human destruction all over the country, all over, in particular, the United States. Maduro sent savage and murderous gangs, including the bloodthirsty prison gang, Tren de Aragua, to terrorize American communities nationwide. And he did indeed. They were in Colorado. They took over apartment complexes. They cut the fingers off people who would call police. They were brutal. They're not so brutal now. And I just have to congratulate our military, Pete, and everybody, and our National Guard.
If you want to, I mean, I don't think he's saying anything that.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna come out.
Yeah.
Talk about get out of here.
Unsafe.
I mean, you just put it on mute and put it on the side. You know what I mean? But I mean, you know, he's not saying anything that. What's crazy is he's not saying anything that we didn't say a fucking hour ago. Like, hey, because you were the one that said, like, yeah, they basically executed a fucking arrest warrant and he's going to New York, which is exactly what Trump just said.
Well, what he brought, and the other interesting thing, which we forget about, what he just brought up, was how soon we forget the Venezuelan gangs that were taking over like Colorado was overrun with the
Oh,
Venezuelan
yeah.
gang. That's what kind of started when he came in office. That's what kind of kickstarted everything, was the MS-13 and those Venezuelan gangs that were just all over, taking over complexes and cities. And that was one of the things he said. He also said something about they were eating dogs up and eating cats,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Hey, good morning. You're a potato.
Go figure.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think Tyler is a character that is just a potato. I think that's the problem.
Like
Man.
bad?
No,
Nah,
like
you're like
just
420.
a little worse than us, you know. You're like third place.
I look good on my end, but
Quality goes based on who got up this morning and put the work in.
listen, I told Jimmy yesterday, Friday nights are when I make a ass ton of fucking social media and disperse it throughout the week. So that's my day.
Yeah.
Saturdays are my day. Everybody leaves me alone and I sleep in, and fucking, of course, Venezuela gets invaded in the middle of the fucking night.
It's all right, we're here. We did it all. We got our sponsors in. We worked our sponsors in. We got the
I've been watching for a while. I was like laying there. I was like drinking coffee on the couch, relaxing. I'm like, I should probably fucking get in there.
I called you first, and I was like, because I was just gonna go, and I was like, I had the power in my hands.
Jimmy was talking to himself in the mirror. He's like, just push it, Jimmy.
Well, yeah. I called Jimmy. I was like, this morning, and he was like, okay, yeah, let me start getting some things together. And I was like, I'm still awake. And he's like, brother, you're still awake? I was like, yeah, dude. Because I was going to go to bed, and then it was happening at like 2:30 in the morning. And I hadn't seen something like this since Iraq when I was in like 8th grade.
Yeah.
You know, instead of CNN, it was on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I mean, so I pulled together a lot of information really, really fast. Like it was hard.
Fastest.
It was hard work. And
the best information, the fastest.
Yeah.
Here we are.
And
most reliable.
Most reliable. Except
pull it together really quick.
One guy hates Jimmy up here, Sam. He don't like Jimmy, but otherwise.
Well, I turned him around somehow. Also,
now then, I think he fell back off the wagon. He was on it for a minute. He brought up Israel, and off he went. But we got Double Wide Dan in here. Double Wide Dan wants all thick Latina Venezuelans sent his way, so we got that.
I mean, we were up. By the way, I mean we were at like 100-some views this morning when we started.
You guys are still at a high view count right now.
Yeah,
I mean, so like. This is the shit, dude. This is great.
We got to get we need an intro now. I kind of
like an emergency intro.
Emergency press conference.
We do. We need to be able.
It's gonna be called emergency broadcast. The emergency broadcast. We'll get Natalie on it. You can make it like 9 minutes long, like the night shift one.
No, dude, make it like when you were kids and you're watching a badass show.
Yeah, that fucking screen comes up. Yeah. Just get Natalie on it today.
And then they're like, just kidding. This is a test.
Yeah. Dude. Like,
well, I feel bad. I don't want you guys to reiterate anything, but if I was a schmuck just coming in and I'm like, oh my God, what happened?
Give him the 2 minute. Don't give him the Clint version, Jimmy. Give him like the.
At midnight this morning, while you were making reels, all of the transponders on every military aircraft in the Western Hemisphere turned off their transponders. What?
What's that mean?
Keep going.
Oh, God.
I already have a question.
Okay. So the transponders basically like, the live flight trackers where guys can watch airplanes that are flying around, like wherever they are in the world. The U.S. military turned all those off. You can't see them anymore.
Uh-oh.
So they at midnight, they shut everything down. At 2:00 this morning, airstrikes were conducted in Venezuela. We bombed a bunch of targets. We bombed their command and control. We bombed a bunch of missile sites and anti-aircraft sites. And then at about 2:30, a pretty massive raid force went in of Chinooks, Blackhawks, and Apaches. And the Delta Force did the raid along with the DEA and the FBI to get Maduro and his wife out of the country. What are you laughing at, dude?
Someone tell Tyler the airplanes are buses in the sky.
Wait, so what was the ground force? Did we ever figure that out yet?
Delta with FBI, HRT, and the DEA, special something. I don't know.
They used to have FAST. They must have gotten a new soft arm. or a new type of SOG.
Yeah. So it wasn't a bunch of them. It was like one FBI agent from HRT, one guy from the DEA.
They had no like Marines, Rangers, and nobody with them.
No,
like that?
it was Delta. It was the Delta Force.
I thought some people said Marines too, but
you have to have some kind of ground support. No,
the Delta Force. The Delta Force.
No, Jimmy, I know what the Delta Force is. I'm saying, like, usually, like Black Hawk Down, they usually have a company of Rangers with them for muscle.
I don't think that they did.
Okay.
I mean, the force was pretty big. I mean, it's possible that there is a unit of Rangers from 175 out at Roosevelt Roads. So there may have been some guys from 175, but I don't have any information on that. The only thing we know for sure is that the Delta Force did it with probably some law enforcement guys that went in there with them.
That they're publicly working like that together.
Those law enforcement guys were way in the back. They were sitting on the boat. Those law enforcement guys, they're just saying that. They ain't a motherfucker.
We get in the picture. We get in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys are on the boat. There ain't no fucking DA guys running around the fucking Venezuela.
So the reason why they ostensibly had to be there was because this was executing an arrest warrant. That's what the Delta Force
Yeah. So they're technically arresting him for federal indictment out of New York, but law enforcement was there. And I would agree there had to be a QRF or something of Marines or Rangers that
I'm sure
security
that
or I'm sure Delta did the entry and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
I'm
just we'll get an accurate AAR.
Yeah. The only reason why I asked is because Jimmy had said that there was I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I said as much as I can, which is that 175.
You remember what you told me about?
Oh yeah. That's why I was like, nope. Again,
the SEALs weren't there because there's no book out yet. Otherwise, there would have been a book already. There would have been a book out already this morning.
I personally am going to take the hair care product stuff from the Navy SEALs and I'm bringing it over to the Counterculture Network. We will have the best hair from now on.
We should start a hair gel company.
I bet Clint's right. They probably fast. I'm the aerosol expert.
Well, maybe we'll team up with Johnny Slicks.
What would happen?
Sam wants to know what happened if Russia executed a warrant on Trump.
Sam,
he gave us money.
The thing that you're comparing apples to pears. Okay, the reason why we sent law enforcement guys is because it's a U.S. law that we went and did. Now, you want to talk about the international community? Am I muted? Can you guys hear?
He's right.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's like UN. You got a problem with what we did? You should sanction me. Sanction me with your army. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have an army. I guess that means you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I'd do if I didn't have an army. So it doesn't matter what Russia thinks about this at all. The reason why these guys went, these law enforcement guys went with them is because of U.S. law that says that we can arrest this dude. And so we're going to arrest him.
Trump just announced that we are running Venezuela right now.
Yeah, he did announce that.
Is running Venezuela.
Is there oil in Venezuela?
Yeah, a lot of it.
A shitload.
Oh.
So we just happen to have some oil now.
Democracy.
Yeah.
There's a new gas station just popped up down the road. It's Trump is great. It's got really cheap gas.
It's Trump, the Trumpiest of Trump oil.
Yeah.
So the initial reports are coming out that he fled and then he was captured and then he was not captured. We were supposed to rescue him. Like, what's the final say as of right now at noon?
Again, we're talking about something that is 9, almost 10 hours old. Okay, it's 10 hours old. This is the best information that we have. And the best information that we have right now says he surrendered to the Delta Force, knew this shit was coming, and negotiated this to happen. Which is one of the reasons why when you look at this, you go, holy shit, right, there's chaos in the administration right now. And instead of going like, oh, the vice president is in charge, it's like, well, the defense minister's saying this, and the vice president's saying that, and the deputy of the Interior Ministry says this. And it's like, I don't think they know who to trust. I don't think they know who's in charge anymore, because I think that for them, I think they all know that, like, hey, it's pretty obvious Maduro fucking surrendered. Who's in charge?
I just like how Rubio's the token Hispanic. He's always in the background. It's fucking Trump. He's just like standing in the background all the time. He's I love this guy. He eats tacos with me. He's great.
He's from Florida.
He's got the token Hispanic with him everywhere now in the background.
So yeah, we're gonna have cheaper gas here pretty soon. So
great, I'm all about it.
My gas is pretty cheap.
Yes, and Brian is right. Weston, we call it hegemony. What the hegemony of the Western Hemisphere?
I've actually heard of that word before.
Yeah, Canada is our hat, and that.
How do you
that
say
is,
it?
What?
Hegemony.
Hegemony. That's correct.
Jiminy.
You should have made that your show title. Hey, Jiminy.
Yeah. Well, I
Jiminy Vodka instead of Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
Jiminy
before you came on, I was like, that song, I Hate Being Sober. I need you to fucking turn that into a reel for me.
Hold on.
I made the best reel probably ever last night. I'm gonna drop it when we get off here. And then Mike's actually come, from what I hear, wrote a song about both of us.
I have only one of them complete. I have Jimmy's like 90% done. Yours is a little more difficult because the song is a little harder to match up, and I have to be able to.
Will they be done by Thursday?
Jimmy's will be done by Thursday.
Yeah,
yours is a little more difficult. Hold on.
Oh man,
Sal sent an image. I want to
Yeah, Tyler hurt his shoulder throwing that.
Jimmy was talking about not having any alcohol, so this was sent in by a listener.
When you're out
of when you're out, what does it say? When you're out of alcohol?
When you're out of alcohol, but you remembered you spilled some on your blanket. It was sent in by our good friend Sal. Let's see. We got
I am fucking super happy you guys covered.
We're here, man. We're here. We did it all. We even got the sponsors in, man. We got Jim in, we got Goontape, we got Ghost Bed, Violent Provision, we got everybody mentioned.
And we set up like a snap TCP,
Yeah.
Like
Jimmy had maps. We had did you see the thumbnail? The thumbnail was pretty cool.
That one with like the Grand Theft Auto Trump.
Yeah.
Yes.
I only saw it for like a second before I clicked on it. So
yeah.
We need an emergency broadcast.
Yeah, we need both. I'll
with a background, and then you can customize it.
Yeah. Well, I can do the thumbnail. That should be custom. But when we go emergency, there needs to be an intro and a get ready for the launch. It's amazing how all the followers were right on spot, dude. We jumped right in at like 70 and hovered. So we appreciate the support, and it was very well received. Everybody was very appreciative of us jumping on, and I think that's going to be a regular thing. I mean, one of us is up 24 hours a day, so
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
two of us answer our phone, one sleeps in. So
one fucking day, bro. It's the day that they fucking invaded Venezuela. How was I supposed to know? I remember watching.
I could only imagine Jimmy because Jimmy doesn't call me. I mean, you and Jimmy talk more than I do, and I know when Jimmy calls, it's serious. And he's like, I'm sure Jimmy was sitting there like, we got to get online, we got to do this, and then all of a sudden he called me, and I was on the. What the fuck was I doing? You called me, I was doing something. I called him right back. He's like, Mike, Tyler, the invasion of Venezuela. And I'm like, all right, Jimmy, let's do it. But I can imagine Jimmy's like calling Tyler, like, we got to get this done. God damn it. But
I had
a couple of calls, yeah.
I was looking at it, and I was like, I looked at all the stuff that I could go live on. And I was like, I have the power to do this right now.
Go outside,
but I don't know if I have the authority. And so I was like, I got to call Mike.
I'm always here. Like I said, my phone is very close. So, and I just let the dogs out, so it was perfect timing. But I guess that's it.
I haven't eaten, to Clint's right. I haven't eaten the whole cast.
What we got here? You guys need to do color code the broadcast, like on the thumbnail: orange for Trump, purple for military. We can customize the thumbnail, but yeah, we need an emergency broadcast. It seems like this is going to lead to some more nonsense. So we're going to be doing, imagine some emergencies here and there are going to be popping up.
Well, I mean
we're 5
think
days
about
a
it.
week, so hopefully we don't have to do it too much.
Well, I mean, weekends until we're 7 days a week. Until we're 7 days a week. I mean,
but
the weekend.
I mean, this is
it.
good for analytics, dude.
Yeah,
like just
for everything.
being able to fire it up and go.
I think it shows people like, you know, we're not just doing this, you know, hanging around Monday through Friday trying to spend money. You know, we're here. We're invested in the whole thing.
Yeah, am I allowed to, you know, take over ops if something goes crazy and you guys are fucking asleep?
Yeah, we'll get that as soon as I load we load the videos in and intros in, and you know,
yeah,
we gotta be on it. The goal would be to get one of us awake, so there's at least two of us, because being by yourself can be very fucking miserable when you're trying to do all that.
Dude, I'm awake at 6 a.m. every day. So one fucking day. This guy's
I'm being serious. Look at the fucking butthurt he got.
Okay, one of us can be awake.
Oh man. Well, you know, again, it's like this is one of those times where it's like, thank God Jimmy, you know, gets up early and you know is, you know, on it. And because when you called, I was already awake looking at it. And
I called him and then I took a 5-hour nap. And then I got up. I missed all the hard work.
Tyler's been up for 4 minutes and he's mad.
Somebody wanted something scrolling at the bottom, so I had to make sure they got what they wanted.
Oh, you learned how to do that?
Yeah, I did learn how to do
you got a fucking StreamYard school?
No, I would. Retired Justin taught me how to do that.
He's still on his retirement world tour.
I wonder if he's in pajamas right now.
Yeah, we're doing 24 hours continuous ops, man.
5 days a week, dude. Tyler's talked about it, and he just implemented it. Just snuck it right in, man.
It's gonna be crazy. Dude. I'm already seeing, like, I was telling Jimmy, I'm already seeing, like, I'll be up at like, oh no, it's not even at night. In the morning, I'm like, I feel like I forgot to do something. I have no thumbnail, no link made at like 10 a.m. I'm like, fuck, because I'm just used to only having to do it from Monday and Thursday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, again, like this was one of those things where it was like the QRF fucking went up and it was like, okay, we're good, let's go. You know, we'll figure it out in the air.
So there's a little announcement there. There's an important announcement.
Tuesday.
I spelled Tuesdays. I spelled wrong. Hold on.
Yeah.
An R snuck in there. All right. Save. This is important. If you are watching, the Tuesday show is only going to be available on our Anti-Hero Patreon. So you have Monday regular, Tuesday is exclusive Patreon, Wednesday is a Friends Day.
You know, Anti-Hero is one word, right, Mike?
I like to separate it. You can see it better. Would you put that? Would you capitalize that H or leave it low?
No, it's one word.
Yeah, but then that looks better like that.
Okay, that's like me just spelling your name, Mike.
Little I.
M-I-C-K.
No, look, little I, big H. It looks better than little I next to the little H. Looks hero.
Anti-hero is technically only one word. It's all right. It's okay.
It looks better like this. Don't let them lie to you. Take a boat.
So
anyway, Tuesdays is only on Patreon, so you're not going to see us unless you're on Patreon.
What you got? Any other questions for anybody that may have come in, Tyler? Anything that you feel like we?
No, you guys covered it. The what happened, and you know, there's only so much you can know. I was just curious about who did it and where the president was of Venezuela.
Well, he's on USS Iwo Jima.
What are they going to do with him? Are they going to cut him a deal, or are they going to?
No, president said he's going to go stand trial in New York.
For what? Narco?
Yeah, like drug trafficking.
Well, remember, I mean, like he was indicted in a grand jury, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit.
I'm not a cop. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, I don't care if you want me to arrest this guy or not. Like, if you tell me he's a bad guy, I'm taking him off the battlefield.
Yeah, he's gonna go live in South America with Tupac, and
he's already there.
Good.
The painter. Yeah, that's where they say the painter ended up.
Yeah, that's where they send everybody. Yeah, and they're just like,
hey,
we're taking
over Argentina, but
they don't extradite, right? Argentina doesn't extradite.
Well, I mean, there is a massive German community in Argentina. Absolutely massive.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Signing up the Bowflexes for Delta.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
I lost you.
Oh, sorry,
What happened?
Liz.
Liz's comment.
What did it say, y'all? Please.
Her friend Matt passed away.
Oh man, that sucks.
What else we got? I
Shit.
think that's it, man. I think Jimmy and I and Tyler covered it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I really want to get the royalty rights to Hate Being Sober. Like, because I just want to play that song all the time now whenever I'm around you guys.
You did good.
Yeah.
You did good.
Yeah,
All
I am super.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet.
I'm hungry though.
Let's go get some coffee and food.
All right, guys.
brother.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be live again unless there's another emergency broadcast. We'll be live again Monday morning at 11. We appreciate everybody tuning in, and thank you guys so much. Remember, Tuesdays is only Patreon. So if you want to see us 5 days a week, go join the Anti-Hero Patreon. Peace.